in July of 2025 is when I first discovered self-improvement, and I was actually, getting into it. And as a result of that, I was obviously listening to Hamza, and the guy's telling you have to go talk to people, you have to be social, you have to be like the super social alpha male type of guy, which sounds cringe, but you have to be really outgoing and all. You have to cold approach all these things. And so I'm realizing, because my parents have told me as well, that I'm kind of shy. I don't really talk to people that much. I talk to my friends, but outside of my friends, I'm a pretty shy guy. So I realize I have to fix this. So, what do? I listen to podcasts. I listen to Hamza telling you, do this, do this thing, make eye contact, smile, all these things. And then I get a book. My dad used to have this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. So he lets me keep it and I read it. I analyze every chapter, I highlight everything, I keep it all in mind. And sure enough, school starts again, and it's the first day back. It's this little, it's not actual school day, it's more like a little event that's as long as the school day at school, where I meet all my classmates because it's a new year, so all this stuff. You meet the teachers, whatever, right? So I remember walking in. It's raining outside. I'm walking in, and here's like this teacher, like one of the more, I'm sure you can imagine, like the intimidating teachers. It's a guy, a man, and he's like the teacher most people are scared of because he's like intimidating. People respect him. So he knows my name because he taught me the previous year. So I walk up to him. I say, good. I don't remember what I said exactly. Good morning or whatever. And I shake his hand, and I make direct eye contact with him. And I stare him in the eye for like 3 seconds. And it was super awkward, but I didn't think it was awkward. I'm like, good job, man. You made eye contact. Looking back, the teacher was like, is this kid trying to challenge me or what? But yeah, so I did it. I'm learning. I'm doing what Dale Carnegie and Hamza are telling me to do. And then sure, later I got this other book about socializing, but that was later in the school year, like maybe a couple weeks after the school year started. But I have an agenda. Right? Basically, I write down all that I have to do for school and life in general, my personal life. So on Monday I might write down math homework and study for this test, and then Tuesday it's like I have to go to this place, and then I have to study for this other exam, whatever, all these things, right? An agenda. And I would also write my trainings, like Monday is, I don't remember what, maybe pull-ups, Tuesday's dips and squat, whatever. But anyways, I remember writing on my agenda the 30 different chapters of Dale Carnegie. Yeah, I think it was around 30 chapters, and they each have a different message. Make eye contact, hold eye contact. Smile when you talk to people, genuine smile. All these things, compliment them. Be thankful for them. I wrote every single key point wrote every single chapter's gist on my agenda, and for 1 week, right? For like that 1 week, I wrote everything down, and I made 5 little boxes, one for each day of the week. I'm telling myself, you're gonna have to be social, do 30 social things every day at school. Do you think I did it? Of course not. Is it excusable? Yeah, let me explain. On the first 2 days of school, I was kind of sick, but I still went because my parents were like, you have to meet the teachers, all this, you have to leave a good impression. So I did. And on the 3rd day and 4th day of school, I'm feeling not as sick, but I'm still sick. So I'm like, Mom, I'm not going to school today. And she's like, all right, fine. So I skipped school, and then on the 5th day of school, I'm talking to my buddies, and then the next week, I'm talking to my friends, hanging out with them, joking around, and that's about it. the first semester of school goes by, and I've been really social around my friends. Only around my friends. And I haven't been social, talking to other people I don't know well, people in different years, maybe teachers, maybe girls. I haven't been doing this. And so I realized I have to change. So the next semester, same school year though, it's a 2026 now, right? And it's, I believe, in February or March. It might have been February of 2026. And actually, it was March of 2026. And, I'm working out and I strained my back. Okay, well, that's too bad. I had it strained for like 3 or 4 months. I'm a lot better now, but almost fully recovered. Way better than before. And ironically, on like the second day of having a strained back, I'm like a grandpa, like, oh, walking like that. Have to sit down every 5 minutes. I discovered this great guy on YouTube called Zyzz, Zyzz, and he's this influencer from like the late 2000s. He's like, come on, bruh, you're ripped, bruh. Why you shy, bruh? All these things, right? And he's like basically this party boy telling you, I have nothing to fear because you got muscle. And I'm like, you know what, fair enough. I've been working out for over a year now. I have decent strength. My muscles are decent-ish. I'm like, why am I scared of people? I could beat whoever I'm talking. If I'm talking to someone my age, fair chance I can beat them up, Why am I scared of them? I can maybe mog them, right? So, okay, I try it. And I remember this was March, I believe. Might have been in a month after March. I don't remember. And so there's this girl in my grade who I don't necessarily like, but she's pretty. And so I decide to, kind of cold approach, go talk to a female, as people might say. So I do it. I ask some stupid question. I don't remember what I asked. Oh, I do remember. It's like something like, because I had something like for some class I asked about where to like put that, whatever. And so, yeah, it's really awkward because I was like stuttering several times in every sentence. But, it's like a 1 or 2 minute conversation, small talk. All right, I'm done. I'm walking away and I'm like, dang, that was awkward. But then I'm like, bro, you just talked to somebody. You walked up and talked to a girl. Good job. That's great for you. First time you ever do that. And then, so progressively overloading, still not talking to a ton of people, but talking to more and more people. And here I am now in July of 2026, 1 year later from where I started. I hope that this following school year, I'm as social as I expected to be last school year, which I think is a higher chance because now I know what you actually need to be social. What you need to be more outgoing, which I have improved a lot, but I'm still not perfect. And so I'm here to share this with you, what I've learned in the past year of reading, research, listening to podcasts, and my own personal experience. And what I've learned is that all the cool things, like making eye contact, shaking hands. I remember this one YouTuber said, when you shake someone's hand, if you grab their hand like this, it means you're like dominant, like you're saying like, I'm better than you, I'm like the alpha, you're the beta. Sounds cringe, but and then if you do this, it's neutral, and if you do this, you're like saying, like, kind of like a peasant next to a medieval king. It's like you're like showing like respect, and you're like, you're better than me, kind of, right? Random stuff like that, and then like hold your smile when you talk to people, genuine smile, all these things. And none of that really helped me. What really helped me was three things. One of them is confidence. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be sure of yourself. The second thing you need is energy. You have to be excited. You have to be energetic. You know, if I'm like, hey, what's your name, bro? Nice to meet you. Versus, hey, what's up, man? Oh, nice to meet you, bro. What's your name? Ah, sick, bro. Do you do this sport or do you do this? What do you do for fun? Big difference. Energy. And the third thing, which is what I believe is the most important of all three, is to have the balls to do it. If you can't do it, then it doesn't count. It doesn't matter how good you are at socializing if you've never actually talked to anybody, you know? So, I hope this was helpful to you. And this was my journey, and I'm going to keep improving to be more social, outgoing, and this is what I've learned, and I hope it helps you a lot.